I'm so glad you found me today. I have a fun project for you, a fun card rather. It's called a fun fold tunnel card or something like that. It's really cool looking and it looks very complicated, but really it's not that complicated. I can't wait to show you how to make it. So let's turn the camera down and we'll get started. The stamp set that I'll be using today is called the Kindest Gnomes. And actually I will be using the sentiment from here. I'll be using Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I will be using the dies, the Gnomes dies. These can be found in the mini catalog on page 42 and 43, I believe it is. Hang on, I'll show you just a second. I can get the page opened. There we go. So they can be found on page 42 and 43 of the mini catalog. The mini catalog is valid until December 31st, 2022. And we'll also be using the Aspen tree dies. And these actually have two sets of dies in here. So you've got this background with the birch trees, you've got a branch that you can cut out, and it also has a few leaves, some flowers, and this bird, which coordinates with the Perched in a Tree stamp set, which I did not get, but I may end up getting that. I'm not sure. I'm not very fond of birds, so I probably won't. Although it is a cute little bird, but we'll see if I get that or not. So the way that I got these dies was by placing a order this past month. You can earn them as a celebration item for when you purchase, when your purchase totals $100. And the celebration catalog goes until August 31st, 2022, which is tomorrow. So if you haven't gotten everything that you wanted yet, it does end tomorrow, August 31st. So you might want to check that out soon. All right, so let's put that stuff aside. And I won't be doing much stamping today other than the sentiment, as I said, but we will be doing lots of die cutting. And I am using another item from the celebration catalog. This is the silver and gold 6x6 specialty paper. It comes in silver and gold. There's 24 sheets total, 6 of each design. So we've got your gold stripes, and then you've got your gold polka dots. And then I don't have many left. I don't think I have any left of the silver. Now these are silver. In the light, it kind of picked it up. It looked gold. The silver stripes and the silver dots. And what's really nice about these, what I did with this here, is I actually used my blending brush and ink, and I went over it. So it gives it another look. So we'll be using those papers as well as the Storybook Gnomes 12 by 12 designer series paper. And what I'll be using from that set, that pack, is I'm using these little guys here. And that's why I said we're not doing any stamping other than the sentiment, because I'm going to be cutting these out with the dies, the gnome dies. And then we're cutting out the mushroom as well, the mushroom house. So, and this comes as a full sheet. And what I do is I basically just cut a little piece off, off the side, so I don't totally mess up the paper, and I could still use the other side if I want. But just so this fits through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And the same thing with the gnomes. I just cut a little strip off. Here you'll see I already cut one off that I had done previously. But really cute papers, and these are available in the mini catalog. Okay, let's put this aside. And we're also using, so as I said, I'm using the polka dots and the stripes in silver from the specialty paper that you can get in the for free in the celebration catalog. And then we're using these as accent pieces. These were from the Storybook Gnomes Designer Series paper. That, and then where's my, okay, then my card base. So we have, this will be the front panel of the card, and this is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 1/8 inch. And the Designer Series paper I have is 4 by 5 1/4. The card base is Night of Navy, and that's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored right down the middle at 4 1/4. And then I also have a piece of 5 3/8. It's basic white, 5 3/8 by 8 3/8. And I haven't scored this yet. We'll score this together, and that's going to be scored at 2 1/8 and 4 and, I'm sorry, 2 1/8, 4 1/4 in the middle, and then we're going to fold this flap over. All right, and then these two side pieces, one is cut at 2 inches by 5 1/4, and the other one is 1 7/8 inch by 5 1/4. All right, so let's get started here. Before I start die cutting, I want to score the basic white. So we're going to score this at 2 1/8. Four and 1/4, which is right down, not quite down the middle, it's a little bit off, since the paper's 8 3/8 inches. I mean, I could figure out the halfway point, but that's too much math. And I'll tell you, math was not my strong point in school, so we're not doing that. All right, so what you want to do is take, so here's the 4 1/4 inch mark, the score line. You want to take the flap that you didn't score and just bring that over to that 4 1/4 inch line mark. And I like to use the trimmer as a guide, because it has like a lip here and down here, so it keeps my paper where I need it to be. And when I'm happy with it, just press down, and I'll get my bone folder to burnish it. All right, I'm done with the trimmer. So this will be folded as a valley. So you have 2 valley folds, and then 1 mountain fold. Like so. So let me just show you one of my samples. I mean, please don't mind the excuse me, mind the crazy papers that I used. It was just a practice one, so I used retired Designer Series paper and whatnot. So this is basically what I came up with. It's like a tunnel, so you get that opening there. And I did this with the cottage wreaths dies, and I just, you know, cut out the cottage wreath, and then I cut out the circle beneath that with the stylish shape dies. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Have you guys seen the stylish shape dies? Those have got to be the most awesome dies I've seen. You've got your squares, You've got your circles and varying shapes, you know, not shapes, degrees of, they're nested. That's what I'm trying to say, nested. So, and then they have like this little stitching. You can't see this here very well, but you have a stitching that, you know, shows up in the cut. So I really like that. And then, like I said, this was just a practice one, so it's not really taped together very well. I don't even know if you can see the hello in there. So anyway, that's what it will look like, but we're doing the Aspen trees. So this is the one that I did with the, again, please don't judge me with the paper and how it looks. Like I said, I do practice things sometimes, so I just kind of like get scraps and throw things together. So this is what we're going to be making today though. And that will be the inside. So, okay, anyway, enough of that. We'll put that aside and use that as a guide. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to die cut the it's right here. We'll die cut this tree, the birch trees. From the center here. So you want to line this die in the center, getting equal spacing on both sides. And I like to hold it down with a little piece of washi tape just to make sure I have it centered where I want. I should have another piece here. We'll send that through the machine. You have to laugh at me. The first time I did this, I actually had the die in upside down, so the cut part was on the top, and yeah, so obviously it didn't cut anything. It just made this impression on the paper and nothing else. So anyway, I thought I'd share that little funny with you, that I'm human too. I make mistakes. Crank that through. There we go. Actually, I will do all the die cutting now, so then we can take this out of the way. So here's what it looks like once it's die cut. And just pop out those extra pieces. So we'll set that aside for a minute, because like I said, I'm going to do all the die cutting now. And then we'll cut the top of this. This is the top layer. Where did I put my die? Oh, it's right here. Okay. So again, I'm looking for equal spacing all around. And this piece, the basic white, will go on the front of the card. We are done with the Aspen die. I'll throw that back in here. Set that aside. Just poke out these extras that didn't pop out. Throw them in the trash. I really need to replace these plates. They look so, I mean, they're so well worn. Nothing wrong with them, except that what happens is the paper sometimes gets stuck in here and then it transfers onto your project. So we don't like that. All right, next we're going to cut the little gnomes. Set some of these things aside here. And the gnomes have several different dies that fit these little guys here. So let's see which one we have. I think this one is for this, right? No, that one fits there. Yes. I'll put a piece of washi tape there just to hold it down. And then the other one is this little guy here with the braids. Center that up. And we'll put a washi tape there. Okay, then we'll send it through. Usually if a stamp set that I get has dies, I will 99% of the time get the dies as well, because I'm not good at fussy cutting. So for me, this is like amazing. I love the dies. I will always get the dies. Isn't he cute? I love him. You know, I didn't really like the gnomes at first when I first saw them, but they've grown on me. And I think this stamp set has really helped. The stamp set and the dies. I mean, how could you not like these little guys? They're so sweet. So sweet, so sweet. All right. So this is done. We still have some gnomes left here, so I'm gonna save that, and then we'll cut out the mushrooms. Trying to clean off the table here a little. All right, let's get the mushrooms out. And I think because I'm using the Night of Navy, I want to use this blue mushroom here, which has Pacific Point, Night of Navy, and Balmy Blue colors on it. So I'm going to use that one. Again, centering it up. I don't want to stick my head in the camera, so bear with me. And then we'll send that through. Put this on a little angle. Let's see. I think once we're done with this, we should be done with the die cutting. See, it's got the mushroom perfectly. These dies away because I think I'm done with them. I'll take this out of the way. Should be done with that. Dies, this. Okay. All right, let's bring this back in now. All right, so we have our piece of our Night of Navy. Burnish that. Roll up my sleeves, take a drink of water. All right, the hair needs to go up. Okay. All right, so first I want to put this on the front here. I'm not sure if I want to apply color like I did on the other one. I may. We're gonna see what this looks like. Where's my little gnome? I'm gonna stick her back here, or him. I guess it's a boy because he has a mustache, but it has braids, so I don't know. You know those gnomes. So I think we'll just do this. I'll make sure he's peeking through here. So, what do you think? Should I add color to it? I think I'm going to add a little bit of sky to it. Just a little. So we'll take out a little balmy blue here. And we'll do a little blending. Got my blending brushes. I think I actually used this one for the blues. I'm gonna have to put blending brushes on my order next, so that I can use for the lighter colors. All right, let's see what we got here. I might even be able to just get away with a little bit of the blue that I have here. Tap that over here. Mix in a little balmy blue. I think I had Orchid Oasis on the brush before. So we'll just blend the two colors together just a little bit. I think I'm going to add, I think Calypso Coral is one of the colors. Let's see. Yes, Calypso Coral is one of the colors in the Calypso Coral and Poppy Parade. So I think I'm going to add a little Calypso Coral. Oh, or maybe we'll do Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral, because I want to kind of make it look like there's a sunset in the background. So we're doing this on the fly, kind of. Haven't practiced this. All right, so we're going to add some of those colors right here. So I'm going to try this off the paper first, just because I haven't done it yet. Let's see if I'm going to like it or not. Like I said, I just want to make it look like a sunset. Probably should add some green also, right? Make it look like grass. Why not? Just don't want it to look muddy though. I think we'll go with that, but I'll be right back. I need to get some green. All right, so off video, I was kind of playing around with it, and I think I'm going to use the Pale Papaya to make like a sunset. So let's do that, because I thought the Calypso Coral, as you can see down here, is a little too dark. I don't want it that dark. So we'll take some of that. We'll blend that in here ever so lightly. You know, and I'm going a little bit up into the blue as well. And what I'm doing is I'm tapping the brush, circling also, and then I tap off the excess, because otherwise you'll get a little blob. You don't want that. What's nice about this paper that I'm using is that it just colors on the white part, you don't get the color on the silver parts, the stripes. So it's really cool. And then I've also decided I'm going to add a little grass to the bottom of this. All right, so that's good. We'll close that up. And I think we'll use Pear Pizzazz for the grass. Let's see how that looks. I thought about using Old Olive, but that might be a little too dark. So let's see. All right, let's bring, and we can always go over the Pear Pizzazz if it's too light. But just adding some color. I really like these blending brushes. They're so soft. And they're nice and big. You can, you know, go into small areas, big areas. Come in a little more with the pale papaya again. All right, I think that's good enough. All right. So let's set these inks aside now. Pardon the reach. All right, so we're going to adhere this to the card front with some liquid glue. And I'm leaving a little bit of a border around. So, and then we're going to put this little guy here, put that on top. Might have him popping through a little. Let's see if I can do that. Kind of like this, maybe. Yeah, I think I like that. All right. So let me add some glue. I'm just going to add the glue to one side of him, because I want the other side to pop through. Hopefully I'll still be able to put the sentiment through there if I do that. All right, so let's kind of figure out where we want him. There maybe. I think right about here. Make sure that he looks okay there. Over just a little bit more to the right, just a tad. That's what I like about the liquid glue, because I can pick him up. He's not completely adhered yet. Kind of like so. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's put this down. Bring my silicone craft sheet out. And I'm applying glue only to the edge. I don't want glue on the branches. And that's why I like this fine tip pin. I guess it's not really a pin. This fine tip glue, which I bought these bottles on Amazon. I really like them. Gives me a lot better control. Right. I believe this piece is just slightly bigger than the designer series paper. Slightly. Let's pull this little guy out without ripping it, like so. Here. I think that looks pretty cool. All right, now let's work on the inside part. All right, so let's put these pieces on here first, make sure I've got them in the right order. You know, let me, does this have measurements on it? I don't think it does. I think this is the 2-inch one. Okay, so this is going over here, and this one's going over here. Okay. If you're interested in the tutorial for this, I will have one written up, and I will, when you, if you're a new subscriber to my newsletter, I'll send it to you for free. Once you subscribe to my email newsletter, which I try to get out once a month. I had hoped to do it like every 2 weeks, but there's just so much going on in my life. I just don't have the time to do that right now. So I figured once a month is pretty good. You know, it allows me to share anything that's going on with my life and Stampin' Up, promotions, anything like that. So if you're interested in that, definitely sign up for my newsletter, and I will send you the tutorial for this tunnel card. All right, before we get to the next point, where is my other piece of paper? Okay, I stuck it back here. I seem to have misplaced one of my pieces like this, which I already had cut and scored, and who knows where it went now. I think the gnomes took it. Oh, I found it. Okay, here we go. So this piece here. So on this piece, I'm going to put the mushroom and the little gnome. Now it looks like I'm going to have to do a little bit of scoring, or maybe when I fold it, it'll fold with it. So let's see how that's going to look. Back there. Oh yeah, that looks cute, doesn't it? I think that looks adorable. Perfect. All right, we're gonna leave it like that. All right, so let's put some glue here on the mushroom. Hey, and if you're enjoying what I'm showing you, make sure you give me a thumbs up on YouTube. It really helps me grow my channel. And leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. I try to do that, you know, in the morning while I'm having my breakfast. And I upload new videos every Tuesday. So I put that down, and I want to fold the mushroom. Make sure it's glued in there. So now we can put our little gnome guy on the other side. Let that dry a second. We'll fold him over. I can fold his little hand. So my hands are so sticky. These brushes out of the way. All right, we are almost done with this card. Got a second to set. And then we'll put that in here. So this is going right in the center here. And there's going to be a little spacing top and bottom. Just want to make sure I have that correct. Okay, good. All right, so now I want to put a good amount of glue on this because we've got that fold in the middle. I don't want it to pop up. Definitely want to get it in the middle on that fold and over to the side here. All right. Press down, and then I'm going to fold it over and give it a good press. All right, see that lifted up a little there. I think that'll be fine. Okay. So next we're going to add this piece, and there's going to be equal spacing all around. I just want to make sure that and like that, and you want to make sure that when you close it nothing pops out, so there's nothing showing. I think that's where I want it. Okay, so it's probably like a 1/16 of an inch around. And I'm just going to apply glue to one panel first, and you don't need to apply glue in the center panel. And then once I have this one lined up correctly, I'll put the other side down. All right, that's done. Let's flip this over and do this side. And then we'll do the sentiment and the card will be finished. All right. Pretty cute, isn't it? I think that's sweet. And when you set it up like this, you can see the gnome and the mushroom. Very pretty. And what you can do, obviously there's no place to write a sentiment or, you know, your message here. So I would put a basic white piece of cardstock on the back here, and then you can write your message back there. But I didn't think to do that, so I'll do that afterwards. All right, so on to the sentiment now. And we're gonna use the Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I think, let's see. I brought some scrap pieces of paper with me in here. Let's see which one works best. Do that. Yeah, because I want the gnome to really come through some. So I'll probably be trimming this down a little. Definitely going to trim off the sides a little though. probably right about here. My scissor. Just gonna snip off a bit. All right, let's take out a block. I'll take out, this is it. No, that's your kindness. That's the other one below that. It says Merry Christmas. That's the one I want. We're gonna center that. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to where's my trimmer? I'm gonna, yeah, you know, I was gonna trim it first, but I think I don't need this anymore, so I can close it up. I think I'll stamp it first, then trim it, otherwise I might mess up. All right. So we see here, what size do we need? This one would be fine, right? That should work. And we'll do this in, I don't know what color I want to do this. I don't know if I want to do it in Orchid Oasis. You know what, let's do the Night of Navy. Pardon the reach again. I was thinking about using Memento, but I think I'm just going to stamp it with the Night of Navy. I think that looks fine. As I stick my finger in there. This grid paper helps me line up the stamp. Oh, I smudged it. Let's do the other side. It's a very juicy stamp. I stamped off one time. There, much better. Yeah, I mean, I didn't need that full strength. Right, let's just clean that off before we have some other problems. Get the trimmer out here. We don't need that, so I can put that there. And let's just give it a little trim. So I think we'll make this, let's see, what size is that? About 7/8 of an inch. So 7/8 of an inch, and here's a little trick. See how I've got the little edges here where I must need a new blade. So this is just a nail file block. I'll just take the file part and just kind of like smooth out the edges. Get rid of those little bumps. Another tool to add to the craft room. Let's see if that's gonna work. I think it should. I don't want to hide the sentiment now. I didn't even think about that, right? All right, there we go. All right, this worked on the other one. Maybe I'll just keep it out like that. Somehow I was able to tuck that one in, and this one's not tucking in. Come on, there we go. Yeah, you know what? I don't like that because it's hiding too much of the gnome. So I think what I'm gonna do is pull it out a little, just hide it there, and keep it like this. Trim that down a little maybe. Decisions. Oh, I don't know what to do. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna trim this down a little. Then we're gonna add like a little banner to it. So we'll find the midway point. There's a midway point. One tail, and then the other tail. Guess I didn't cut it all the way through. There we go. All right. I think we'll leave it like that. I'm just going to trim it a little bit on this side here. And then we'll tuck that under this one tree branch, tree trunk here, like so. I'll add a dimensional in the center so it's popped up, and glue dots on the end. Pardon the reach again. Let's see. Glue dots here. These come from the paper pumpkin kits. I think we're really done with the trimmer now. Add a couple here so they stay on the inside. Oh, this is stuck on my finger again because I have glue on them. Well, I guess I could use my take your pick tool to pull these off. Let me get the pardon me. Stampin' dimensionals. Because what I want to do is I want to kind of like curve it. So what I should have done was this, to break up the fibers a little before I put the glue dots on. But I didn't. So it gives it kind of like a curvy look. So maybe I won't even have to add the dimensionals. Tuck this back here. Like that. Raise that up a little. Like that. Pop this down. That's not too bad. Okay. And then we'll add some embellishments. So we'll add some embellishments now. Excuse me. I think I'm talking too much, so I'm getting a dry throat. All right, so should we add the pardon me. Rhinestone basic jewels, or should we go with the coordinating colors? I'm not sure what I want to do. I think I'm going to go with the rhinestones. Put one here. Got another one over here. If we put one there. You're wondering why I put it over the A. It's because the A smudged, and I don't like that. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's fine. I don't think we need to add any more. Might be overkill. All right. I think I'm going to add one or two more up here in this corner, one here, and then another one right below it, like so. All right, I think now we can call it done. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. Move some of this stuff aside. It's called a tunnel card. Got those the little gnome and the mushroom inside, and you can use the back to write your message. If you enjoyed my video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. It helps me grow my channel. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you subscribe to my channel. It's Stamping Simply with Maria, as you know, since you're here. And again, my name is Maria Robinson, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! Here in the United States. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please reach out to me. I'd love to send you a catalog and earn your business. Well, folks, I hope you have a great day. Remember, tomorrow is the last day to take advantage of Celebration and get those free products like this Aspen tree dies and the specialty paper. So have fun, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.